Swagatam and very welcome in YouTube channel ffbmd, all at one, and we are learning research methodology, a lecture series on research methodology, and the topic is going on is point to remember for producing a good research. So let's keep on it. In any experimental work, mere measurement of certain quantity is not enough. The interpretation of the kind of data observed and explanation for the particular pattern must be made. On the basis of interpretation, general principles underlying the process can be formulated. One has to check whether the generalizations are universal and true under different conditions. Some common errors made in research are inaccurate observations, selective observations, made-up information, overgeneralization, ego involvement in understanding, ex post facto hypothesizing, illogical reasoning, mystification, and premature closure of inquiry. Now the next we will talk about the result and conclusion and results. The next step after performing the actual research work on the chosen problem is preparation of result and conclusion of the performed work. Predictions, result and conclusion are ultimate goal of the research performed. There are two indispensable rules of modern research. The freedom of creative imagination, necessarily subjected to rigorous experimentation. In the beginning, any experimental research on a specific subject, imagination should give wings to the thought. At the time of conducting the interpreting the facts that were collected observation, the imagination should be dominated and prevailed over the concrete results of the experiment. We should analyze cause and effect. We should pay attention to minute details also. In fact, keenness in observation is the hallmark of any scientific research. Proper interpretation of the result must be made. Interpretation refers to the task of drawing inferences from the actual research work. It also means drawing of conclusion. Conclusion is based on the study performed. It would bring out relation and process that underlie the findings. The utility of outcomes of the research greatly lie on proper interpretation and is the subject is the hardest part of solving a scientific problem. Interpretation of the result is important because it leads to identification of future problems, links the present work to the previous. makes others understand the significance of the research findings and often suggests possible experimental verification. Also opens new avenues of intellectual adventure and stimulates the quest for more knowledge. The basic rule in preparing result and conclusion is to give all the evidences relevant to the research problem and its solution. A bare statement of the findings are not enough. Their implication must be pointed out. Discuss your answers to the following questions with examples. Are the supporting evidence sufficient, and if not, what to do? How many pieces of evidence are required? Instead of producing all, is it possible to restrict to one or two pieces of evidence? If so, what are they and why are they sufficient? And so on. Such direction can help us minimize work and quantity of presentation of the report. Do not rely on bogus evidence which would increase the chances of errors. The investigator has to give suggestion. This should be practical and based on logic, reasoning and fact. The suggestions should be such that they can be actually implemented.